Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, so I'm going to go ahead and do the Ayaneo DMG update for any of you that are here just for that. You know how I do, get you in, get you out the door. So I decided Sunday night that if I didn't hear from Ayaneo by Monday, I would email them asking for an update. I did not hear from them, so I emailed them and asked them what's going on, where are we at, any kind of update would be nice. Well, late last night / earlier this morning, they sent me an email. Like they always do, it was very detailed. And I memorized it for you. They said, it's fixed. We will test it for 2 days, then ship it to you. So with that abundance of details, I can, tell, if you really read between the lines, that I believe they have fixed it. And I think they're probably going to test it for a couple days. At which time and it's really hard to tell, but I think they're going to possibly send it back to me. I don't know. I guess we'll see. So now that that's done, let's talk about the main focus of today's video. So yesterday, this little gem came in. This comes to us from J.A. Weatherford 86. Yep, he only asked me for a quick little shout out. So there you go. He didn't ask me for pointing anybody towards his store or anything like that. But I appreciate, us working a deal on it and getting it nice and cheap. Now, normally when I get these handhelds, first thing I do, pull SD card, put in different SD cards, MUOS, whatever, stock firmware, whatever I feel like doing. My own kind of curated ROMs list and everything. I get everything set up myself. However, this guy completely set this up, with his own settings. He put Newly on it. Let's see if I can at least, let's force a reboot so you can see it. There it is. So yeah, he put Newly on it. He set up all the games, not bad. Like pretty close to what I would do. And some of the games that I was like, oh, I'm going to have to go add this game because he probably didn't add it because it's not super popular. He got most of them. So, and on this setup, you have to hold the menu button, volume down, and that'll adjust our brightness. There, now it's easier for you to see and harder for me. Don't you love that? So this is the 40XXV. Flip it over. Let me adjust. Oh. Here we go. There you go. 40XXV. All right. Now, I've been going back and forth on this handheld for a while. When it came out, I heard a lot about the D-pad. Okay. Everybody was raving about this D-pad. I'll get to that. So, when I pulled it out the box, I was really surprised at how big it really is. Okay. Now I've used the 35XX. I've had a 353V. I've had, I got my Pal Kitty RGB20 and whatnot. Well, this is the same width, and I completely forgot to bring it, but this is the same width as the V10 damn near. I mean, they're on par with each other. So in my V10 video, multiple times I said I really like the width of the V10. It's really comfortable for my hand. It's a lot wider. It makes, the ergonomics just that much better. But the length of it kind of impairs it a little bit. There's not enough to grab onto. This fixes that. So when I got it out the box, I was like, wow. I mean, I know it has a 4-inch screen, so it's going to be bigger, but it's still kind of shocking to pull it out and really, really see it. And I wasn't sure, if I ordered this new from Anbernic, I probably would have went with the black one or the white one. I was never sure about this blue color when they did the, what was it, 40XXH, and every time I seen that damn handheld pop up, it was always in this indigo blue, and I really thought it looked like shit. I thought it looked like a cheap toy. In person, it's not bad. I kind of like it. It's a nice color. So, now, for the handheld itself, you know, your back buttons, face buttons, analog stick, volume, SD card, 3.5 USB-C, mini HDMI out, and then your LED lights. Now, when it comes to the buttons, especially these back here, it's what you know and expect from a handheld like this from Anbernic. They're kind of got that like quieter click to them, but they still got that click. So, and they're at an angle, so you can tell the difference in them. They're not bad. Whereas like the V10, this wraps around the side just a little bit. It's right on the edge, and I find myself accidentally hitting L1 or R1 all the time. That's not the case on these. So my finger doesn't accidentally hit that, and that's nice. The stick is what you expect. It's Anbernic, you know, Switch style stick. Yeah. Face buttons. Yeah, they're your typical Anbernic face buttons. There's the sponsor. What's up, Dub? When you watch this video, that was you messaging about my text to you about Ayaneo responding. Anyway, so face buttons, they're what you expect. They got that glossy feel to them. Decent little travel. Let's see, let me get that where it's nice and... So all the way down, and it leaves just a little bit above for you to work with. Now the D-pad, I haven't noticed anything that makes me go, wow, this is the nicest D-pad I've used. I think it's because I'm stuck on the Cube XX D-pad. Okay, it's not the same thing. I'm comparing two completely different styles of D-pad here. So, if you recall, the Cube has that disc Sega style D-pad. But this one's not bad. I just don't see it being the main selling point. I feel like it was overhyped. Sorry, I'm going through looking for... What the hell? Oh, I was holding something back there. That's my fault. Let's do this. Let's do the, I guess the benchmark for these things. This is a Contra test. You know, I'm thinking I might, if you get on Etsy, and I like to do things like this, if you get on Etsy, there is a seller on there that'll send you a joystick delete kit for this. And it'll completely remove the stick. It'll keep the ring light there, that RGB light, and it installs a magnet in place of the actual stick, the little module down there. And then you get this little manhole cover looking plate thing that sits right in there. And you can get it in all kinds of different designs. I heard he'll even do custom. So I might do something like that and delete the joystick off of it. I don't know. I'm still deciding on that. But let's get to this D-pad. I think this is the first time I'm actually doing this test. So just what I would consider normal rocking back and forth, no movement. But if I deliberately go all the way to that corner and tilt the whole D-pad, it'll move. So it's not really that sensitive. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. But now I want to see something else. What did I bring? Oh, okay. I got the 34 on me. We're going to do same test. Oh, I don't think I have Contra installed. Sorry, let me check real quick. I do. Okay. Let's drop the brightness. Okay, now you guys can see it. All right, let's jump back over. So, yeah, we're going to do the same test. I haven't really played Nintendo on it, so I got to fix this border thing, but I don't care about that. Oh, what the hell? Okay. Doesn't matter. All right. So. Ooh. Okay, so the 34XX D-pad is, I guess, a hell of a lot worse. I will say in some games I found that to be a little oversensitive on the 34XX, but it's not really a concern. It's not make or break for me on that one. Still enjoying that device fully. So anyway, with the 40XXV, what's really going to shine on this is Game Boy Color. Okay? At least, in my opinion, I guess. Let's jump into some regular Game Boy. So here we go. Some regular Game Boy. Looks good. Now when you play like regular Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance on these handhelds, how many of you actually use the stick for something that old? Or do you stick to that classic feel and stay on the D-pad? Oh, found candy. So yeah, Game Boy looks good. Runs fine. It makes use of that whole 4-inch screen. I mean, it's nice. It really is. Oh, look at that. Finding out something new with you guys. I'm just gonna reload. So apparently, hotkeyed L1 R1 changed that whole color palette. Oh, no, don't like, no. Pink. God, that green is really all green, isn't it? Ooh, negative. Okay, I don't remember where the hell the standard one was. Alright, I'm gonna quit fucking with it. That's close enough. Alright, so yeah, that's regular Game Boy. Like I said, it's gonna fill up that whole screen. It's nice to play. You got that one speaker, and even on this one, they did the little, that little curve right there, but they did it really slight. Like, it is really just, it's hardly there. It's like when they designed it, they weren't sure they wanted to do that, but they didn't want to not do it. So they're like, what do we do? Are we going to put that there? Are we not? And one person was like, leave it at that. Just enough that you know it's there, but not enough to where you see it immediately. I mean, if you look at it, you almost have no idea that that's like that. I mean, you could see kind of in the plastic like a bend, but you have to get it. There you go. Now you can tell it's there. So you can tell they went back and forth on that decision. They should have just went one way or the other. It's actually kind of annoying. Oh well, whatever. So let's jump into some Game Boy Color. Let's get into some Daikatana here. Here we go. Look at this. So Game Boy Color Daikatana, full screen on this 4-inch. I mean, really not bad. Oh, you ass. Body temperature regulator. So now I can go in cold rooms. Hut, hold, and move. Okay. If you guys never played Daikatana for Game Boy Color, you really should. Get some of that Zelda fun, but not Zelda. Anyway, so yeah, Game Boy Color, man, looks really, really good on here. Kind of makes me want to play almost solely Game Boy Color. And yeah, he set it up on the one card setup, so everything's on this. Also, this guy included a SanDisk 64 gig card, so it's not some blank 64 gig card in there. He actually put a SanDisk in there, so I don't have to worry about that, which is kind of nice. I might just leave this setup the way it is for a long time. Oh, that would have been make or break. By tonight, I would have been looking for this game and been like, if it's not on there, I'm setting up my own card. You know how I do. Get on Metal Gear Solid real quick. I guess I don't have a save file. I thought I was playing this. I guess not. What the hell ever, though. Look at it. So, yeah, Game Boy Color. This is like... Alright, stat of the comments. You just understand what I mean. Okay? This is your budget DMG. Okay? Your Ayaneo DMG. You're not Android. Yes, I'm comparing Anbernic to Ayaneo again. This is budget. Alright? $60. I do love the DMG. I'm happy that mine's repaired and it's on the way back. And hell, we might even do a side-by-side. This screen will be nowhere as good as that one, though. But if you want a good vertical handheld and you got, you know, the stick, that could stay or go. I don't care about that. Okay, we're going to start knocking out some more systems pretty quick here. Yeah, the stick, I don't care. I don't care if it's there. I don't care if it's not. My first XX device was the 35XX. And like version 1 of that original release, loved that thing. Okay, loved it. It was great. This feels like it's big brother, but I guess the analog stick could be nice for certain systems and in certain occasions. Look at me slowing down progress, trying to speed up progress. Gonna hit my coffee. Hold on a second. So I'm in Oklahoma, and we had a late night full of storms out here. So I was up all night with the family. Also, you know, do wireless internet. So I was worried about how bad my network was going to be today. Which, not too bad, actually, guys. Not too bad. Alright, Game Boy Advance. Looking good, feeling good, running good. Getting the hell out of here. So I haven't looked up the hotkey. I have never actually used Newly. So, when I first got it, I tried a few different hotkeys for exiting a game. I never found it. So, man, I don't want to turn this one on. Okay, well, here we go. We'll do DS. It's going to run drastic. Considering the layout and the screen and everything like that, it's not really going to be that DS handheld you want. Really, you want the square screen devices, okay? And I don't care about anybody else's opinion on that. You want the square screen devices for DS. That's it. You know. Okay, hold on, I can't even read that text. I'm getting the hell out of drastic. Sorry, guys, I'm not doing that. DS is going to suck on a handheld like this. Not really going to be worth it. Master System, I'm going to skip. It runs flawless. Mega Drive is going to run beautifully on here. I don't even know what the hell to turn on. We'll go ahead and test it. What do we got? The Comic Zone, there we go. I didn't think he had that on here. So yeah, this will run good on it. I will say, as I'm playing these different systems, it does feel really good. That width really comes into play. Okay? It does give it that extra level of comfort for everything. And the 4-inch screen is big and nice. I mean, look, if you really want a big screen, okay, and you want that's your main goal, mini HDMI out to a damn TV, 8-bit controller, and call it a day. Okay? Which is funny, because a guy made a comment about the Retroid Pocket 5 and Mini, and he was saying that he has his 5 set up pretty much as his home console, which is great. I would actually like to do that. I keep wanting to buy the Retroid Pocket dock, and I'll see it show up in stock. I'll think about it for a day or two, and then I'll go to pull the trigger on it, and it's sold out again. So it might be good. But I'd love to use that as a home console, actually. I might have to look into that. Of course, I'll show you guys the dock. Anyway, Sega, Genesis, suck it. Runs great. Looks good. Comfortable to play. And that's the big thing, guys. I go over comfort. I fucking hate Game Gear. I go over comfort all the time, because if you're not comfortable, you're not going to stay playing the game. Okay? You're going to quit. You're going to get in. You're going to play it for a little bit and be like, okay, my hands hurt. Okay, this doesn't feel right. Okay, this runs like shit. Okay, this doesn't look good. It's going to make you not want to play it. So that's why I'm always talking about, well, it being comfortable to play. And that's why I'm still a firm believer in N64 is just not a system you want to go into this, you don't want that to be your main system going into emulation. A lot of systems can run it. A lot of handhelds can run it. A lot of handhelds have plenty of power for it. It's just not a comfortable system to play, man. It really isn't. What's this? Pop Full Metal on the Sega CD. Been a long time since I played a game like this. Okay. Ooh. I haven't played this game in a long time. Little side-scrolling adventure game, Pop Full Metal. It's a little bit goofy of a game, but it's still fun and looks good. I believe it's actually voiced, too. Yeah, it is. Look at that.
What was that?
What was that? Sounded like a bitch in a tree. Because that's what it is. There's a guy stuck in a tree. So, moving on. Sega. What was that? Yeah, the Sega CD running fine. 32X fine. Dreamcast. I know a lot of people are all Dreamcast all day, so let's check out some Dreamcast. I have not tried Dreamcast on here. This is the first for me as well. Sounds good. That little speaker does work, man. Lately I've been noticing these little mono speakers are actually been surprising me. Been really decent. I don't know what the hell you're saying. Presented by Sega. You know, a lot of people have like memories of playing like Sega Genesis, and when you see a Sega Genesis or you see that Sega symbol, almost everybody has the same thing pop in their head. Sonic the Hedgehog, right? I have got to be one of the few that's not the game that pops in my head. I don't remember how to do. I just where the hell? Oh, oh, there it is. Okay. Anyway, so it's not Sonic the Hedgehog to me. It's Toe Jam and Earl. If you guys have never played Toe Jam and Earl for the Genesis, you're missing out. That game was really simple but really awesome. And I remember playing it and really loving it. And here we go, some crazy taxi action. Run's good. Sorry, I'm not staying on anything long. Got a lot to cover, and we're already 27 minutes in. So, Dreamcast runs fine. And remember, this is on Newly, so Neo Geo is going to run fine. Neo Geo Pocket Color is going to run fine. MAME, Atari, those are going to be fine. PC Engine, Nintendo, Super Nintendo is going to look really good on here. Let's just find something. Of course I do Chrono Trigger. And we're just going to pull up. We're not going to like play through the intro. It's an RPG. There's nothing that's, you guys want to actually watch happen. It's not action-packed. It is, but not for viewers. I love Chrono Trigger soundtrack, so volume's going up. Look how good that looks. Let's see if I can adjust. And here's your speaker test also. So Super Nintendo looks absolutely gorgeous on here too. Lately I've been feeling like I've been getting lucky with picking up handhelds that it's like a bonus that I'm like, wow, I really enjoy the way Super Nintendo looks in this. Not that it looks bad on almost any other system. But these are just kind of like the ones I mentioned during the video. They're the standouts to me. Okay? I'm playing on them and I'm like, wow, this is actually really nice. This feels like a step above everything else. All right, we got to get the square music in here real quick. Wait for that. Hoo! I can love Chrono Trigger. All right. Moving on. We're only going to test a couple more, guys. Bear with me. I know we're a half hour in. Virtual Boy. N64 is going to run fine, guys. You have this stick for everything. And like someone mentioned in my last video, if you tap the power button, a lot of times that turns the D-pad into the analog stick. And I knew there was something for that, but I couldn't remember. So, and I can't remember who specifically went into my comments to say that, but thank you for that. Absolutely. If I missed something like that or I can't think of it, run to the comments, put it in there. That way everybody else can see it and, you know, they're not missing out. So, but yeah, for this, you do have an analog stick, so 64 will just work. PlayStation. It's going to run fine. It's going to look fine. It's a big old 4-inch screen. It's going to be great. Got the H700 in it, so it's going to run the way it should. Can we get to the damn point? Here we are. So, as you can tell, I've already been testing it. A little Symphony of the Night. Which, by the way, I'm awful at this game. Oh, shit. Jump over to the analog. Anyway, so that's the beginning of Symphony of the Night, but yeah, PlayStation. It's going to be great on here. I'm probably going to play through Metal Gear Solid on this thing, just because it looks great. I might even run through Breath of Fire 3 on here. So I will say one thing, and it's not so bothersome because it's an individual, and it's kind of neat, but he did send it a little loaded up. And he doesn't like have a whole store just full of these. So it's not as much of a problem as a company like Anbernic shipping this with all these ports on it. Okay. This person set up Portmaster themselves, or at least from what I can tell, and they have left their ports on it. Now, I own all of these games, so not that big of a deal to me. I could always set up Portmaster myself because I do have copies of each one of these games on Steam. So, yeah. I guess no harm, no foul is what we can go with. I hit back button again. Damn it. There we go. So a little Portmaster action, and as you've seen, Axiom Verge, Stardew, Balatro, Celeste, all those are on it. Although I didn't even realize that damn bug was there. I should have down shoveled them. All those ports running amazing on here with no issues at all. I will have to add my other ports that I have, like Iconoclast, Time Spinner, TMNT. I might do that. Portmaster's kind of a pain in the ass. It's worth the headache, but doesn't mean it's not a pain in the ass to do. Some people out there are like, man, I fly right through Portmaster. That shit is simple. What the hell are you talking about? Okay, I think Portmaster's a pain in the ass. Realistically, doing any setup's a pain in the ass because, you know, you got to be specific and you got to have your games and they got to be this way. You can't just enjoy what you got. And it's okay because I can't either. You know what I mean? If I get a handheld and the fucking games are numbered you know, they have a little number identifier instead of just the game title. That's going to piss me off. I can't do that. I won't play a single game on it if I open it up and see, you know, 001 Super Mario World, 0002 Sonic the Hedgehog, 0003 Final Fantasy. That pisses me off so bad. It's the dumbest shit ever. So, anyway, I don't remember how to exit. There we go. I think it's start select for Portmaster. So yeah, Portmaster running great. You got the 4-inch screen, so even Stardew's gonna look good and run great. But let's go ahead and wrap this up. Let's wrap it up. So overall, I like the speaker, the little mono speaker. It does good work. It sounds good. It's nice. It's crisp. It's clear. Okay. I'm not an audiophile, so I can't tell you much past I think sound good. Yay. Okay. I like the 4-inch screen. The handheld's bigger than I thought it would be. It's as wide as a V10, so it makes it comfortable. It's not as off balance looking as an RGB20SX because it doesn't have that, you know, 720 by 720 screen. The buttons on the back, your back buttons don't wrap around the side like the V10, so you don't accidentally hit them. That's nice. The stick, yeah, I could keep it, I could lose it. I really don't care one way or another. The D-pad is nice. You've seen it in the Contra test. It's not super sensitive. You can get those, you know, false diagonals on it, but that's by like really trying in comparison to something like this where it was super easy to accidentally hit left and right while holding down. I have save states for shit like that, so if I'm playing a game and everything depends on me holding the down button and staying directly down and something happens, which even if the D-pad's perfect for that, shit's gonna happen. That's what save states are for. And I don't care how you feel about that, okay? I'll save scum whatever the hell I want. Anyway, so I won't say the D-pad's like the reason to go out and get it. When it came out, everybody was, that D-pad, go get it for the D-pad. That D-pad's the best. Nah, it's a D-pad. Okay? It's not bad. It's not good. It's a D-pad, okay? It doesn't make or break this handheld. Honestly, the key feature for me is that 4-inch screen. You know, everything plays nice on it. It feels good in the hand. Like I said, being a little bit bigger than I expected was actually a nice surprise. Feels like, you know, good quality Anbernic handheld. Pretty quiet to the shake. Okay, that's probably the quietest one. Anyway. Fucking etch-a-sketch. Start over! Anyway, okay. Alright, guys, we're getting towards 40 minutes here. I gotta get my ass to work, as you can tell. Sun's coming up outside, so I got shit I gotta do. We are just after a night of tornadoes and storms all across Oklahoma, so I'm gonna have a busy-ass day ahead of me, fixing customer problems, shit like that with their internet. So, yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Tell me what you think about the 40XXV. Your budget big boy vertical that's not like the 405V or 406V. This is your $60 cousin to that, and super comfortable. I like it a lot. This feeds into that nostalgia factor a little bit more than this does, but this big 4-inch screen does look good. It does look good. Everything plays well, and the guy that sent it to us, so once again, thank you, J.A. Weatherford86, for hooking us up with this today. I really appreciate it. Good setup, man. I like it. Yeah. Tell me what you guys think about it. If you have a 40XXV, what's your take on it? Do you play on it regularly, or was it one of those handhelds you played on it for a day or 2 days or a week, you stuck it in its case, and now it just kind of sits on a shelf because it doesn't stand out to you anymore, which happens to a lot of handhelds. It's okay. That's where the term collector comes from. It justifies us having 60, 70, 80 of these devices. You know, it's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. You know, just go ahead and stick it right in my veins. Anyway, okay, guys. See you in the next one. Have a good Tuesday. I know it's going to suck for me. So see you tomorrow morning. We'll have a little fun tomorrow morning. So I'll see you then.